The following day dawns, and I swear, I've woken up in a John Wayne film. Dust, rocks, a surprisingly photogenic donkey in the distance. Of course, I'm no John Wayne. More's the pity. I'm more of a John, quietly contemplating the existential angst of a moderately sized pebble sort of chap. The previous day's subterranean escapade had, surprisingly, led to an invitation to the home of some local miners. If Morocco is the jewel of the Maghreb, then their hospitality is the finest cut from that stone. The evening meal was a communal affair. The entire family gathered around a spread that, while not exactly lavish, was offered with a generosity that transcended mere sustenance. This region, even by Moroccan standards, is known for its economic modesty. The locals eke out a living by mining gemstones, the more successful among them graduating to the dizzying heights of gemstone trading. The afternoon light transforms the landscape into something truly remarkable. The high hills, rugged and imposing, reflect the sun's golden rays back into our valley, creating a warm, almost ethereal glow. It's the sort of scenery that inspires one to compose bad poetry, or perhaps just take a nap. Later, under a desert sky free of light pollution, the stars are so vivid they make you believe in something. Anything, really. Even the possibility of finding a decent cup of coffee in the morning. Speaking of morning, it arrives with the subtlety of a brass band and brings with it the next leg of my journey, a visit to the Berbers. I'd heard tales of these nomadic families dwelling deep in the desert. Now I'd envision deep in the desert as perhaps a pleasant stroll from a well-stocked oasis, maybe with a strategically placed refreshment stand. Reality, however, had other plans. Deep in the desert, it turns out, means really, really deep in the desert. The sort of deep where the sand starts contemplating its career options, and even the lizards carry emergency water bottles. Eventually, after a journey that tested the limits of my endurance and my supply of sunscreen, I encounter them. These are the Amazigh, known to most as Berbers, the indigenous people of North Africa, a presence in this land long before the sands themselves decided to settle down. Their history stretches back millennia, a tapestry woven with threads of resilience, adaptation, and a deep connection to this unforgiving landscape. They are masters of survival, able to coax life from an environment that would defeat most. Specifically, I meet people from a semi-nomadic group, dwelling in tents crafted from anything available. These ingenious shelters provide a haven from the scorching sun and the surprisingly chilly desert nights. Life here, I quickly ascertain, operates on a principle of elegant simplicity. Forget your fancy gadgets and your five-star amenities. Here, survival is the ultimate luxury. They have a few cows and chickens, providing a modest yet sustainable source of food. Beds, superfluous. The richly patterned carpets that adorn the tent floor serve a dual purpose, providing both decoration and a surprisingly comfortable place to sleep. Self-sufficiency is not a lifestyle choice. It's a necessity. There's no popping down to the local supermarket for a pint of milk, or more realistically, a bottle of sunscreen. Everything must be sourced, crafted, or bartered for locally. It's the ultimate off-grid experience, and I, for one, am starting to appreciate the appeal of fast food restaurants again. These particular family, I discover, sustain themselves by gathering gemstones from the desert floor. It's a brutal existence, a constant battle against the elements. The sun beats down relentlessly, and health problems, often exacerbated by the harsh conditions, are a constant companion. It's a far cry from my usual pursuits, and yet there's a raw beauty to it, a sense of connection to something ancient and fundamental. The gemstone gathering process is a lesson in patience and discernment. It's not as glamorous as one might imagine. No shimmering veins of emeralds or glittering seams of diamonds. Just rocks. Lots and lots of rocks. The Berbers meticulously examine each stone, searching for the telltale signs of precious quartz within. It's a skill honed over generations, an intuitive understanding of geology that I, despite my supposed brilliance, can only marvel at. Promising stones are then broken open, revealing either a treasure or more often just more rock. I see mounds of discarded stones piled outside the tents, testament to the often fruitless nature of their labor. Sacks brimming with quartz that sadly doesn't meet the exacting standards of the market. It's a stark reminder of the precariousness of their existence, the thin line between sustenance and hardship. In the midst of this timeless tableau, a distinctly modern sound pierces the desert air, the roar of a motorcycle engine. The family's sons are returning from school, their arrival greeted with a flurry of smiles and affectionate gestures. I observe, with a touch of amusement, that their motorcycle is considerably newer and in far better condition than the father's, which, I soon discover, is currently out of commission. The father, a man weathered by the sun and etched with the lines of a life lived hard, regards his broken-down motorcycle with an expression of bewildered frustration. Mechanical expertise, it seems, is not a skill readily acquired in the desert. And, as he rightly points out, there's a distinct lack of helpful YouTube tutorials out here. Seeing an opportunity to be marginally useful, my translator offers his assistance. Together, we huddle around the ailing machine, a motley crew of desert dwellers united by the common goal of motorcycle resuscitation. The sons, though initially shy, quickly prove to be invaluable. They possess a practical knowledge that far surpasses their fathers, a testament to the education they are receiving, even in this remote corner of the world. They ask insightful questions, offer suggestions, and handle tools with a dexterity that belies their years. It's clear that they are not just children. They are integral to the family's survival, carrying a weight of responsibility that would daunt many adults. They are the future, the hope of this lineage, and they bear that burden with a quiet, unassuming grace that is both impressive and deeply moving. It seems, much to my slight consternation, that even in the heart of the desert, surrounded by hardship and the relentless pursuit of survival, the human spirit continues to flourish.